Hey guys, welcome back to day 33 of the stream, and we're still in Okinawa, but at least we finished up everything here, at least whatever we had left, especially the jail, so we don't have to go back there from a, storyline standpoint. But before we continue and go to the next part, which is what, Kyushu, which may very well be Kyoto. I haven't really checked where that is. We're gonna go ahead and talk to some of our friends before we move on. Right, so it is Kyoto. Kyushu, Kyoto. Now, we still do need to finish Yusuke's request.
Yes.
So we'll have to finish that up before we move on. I'm not sure who else is out here that we can talk to, because a lot of times, and we've seen this before, you'll kind of score on some items that are only, given during these times. So it might seem trivial, but it could be really important. Here's Ann and Ryuji.
Man.
There you go. Pork, egg, onigiri. Then we still have to talk to Futaba.
Like a tree. Oh, listen up.
And there you go. So you got a new recipe from from Futaba as well.
We've got what you need. We recommend that.
And while we're at it, we might as well go ahead and get some ingredients and do some shopping from the nearby supermarkets and cafes.
Hold all that, so that's what you get. Thank you very much. Stop by again.
What you looking for? Oh, that's not sweet. That all? Sweet up again.
Well, hey there. Is that everything? Thank you so much. Will that be all? Thank you so much. Thank you.
And we'll head back to the beach. I'm not sure if there's a cafe here. Yeah, there looks like there's something on the east side of the beach.
Hey,
Welcome.
There you go.
Is that everything? I recommend things. Come again.
All right, so next we'll look at the request for Yusuke, and just to reiterate from the last episode, right? You need to find and defeat 10 Shiisaas with Fox or Yusuke as the active party member. So we will have to go back to Okinawa jail once again. And it looks like Yusuke is already on the squad.
Let's get to work. Mensore, things are discounted, right? How many would you like? You want? Thank you very much. You want? Thanks for your patronage. How many would you like? You want? Thank you very much. How many would you like? You want? Thank you very much. How many would you like? You thanks for your patronage. How many would you like? You put it to good use, okay? How many would you like? You want? You're buying quite a bit. You thank you very much. How many would you like? You want? Put it to good use, okay? You want? Thank you very much. How many would you like? You want? Thank you very much. How many would you like? You want? You're buying quite a. How many would you like? You want? Put it to good use, okay?
I mean, sometimes I feel like we have more of these ingredients or groceries
How many would you like? You want?
than we do of anything else. You know, considering the amount I've bought.
How many would you like? You want? You're buying quite a bit. You want? Put it to good use, okay? How many would you like? You want? You're buying quite a bit. You want? Put it to good use, okay? You want? Thank you very much. You want? Thank you very much.
Okay, and then of course, last but not least,
What should we make?
Is it
we're gonna go ahead and cook something up. I believe this is something that we just had unlocked thanks to Yusuke, right? Or was it Futaba?
Sure, that sounds great.
Phew.
Oh,
There you go.
this is- Thanks. Yes.
Ooh, almost there. For bond skill level 32.
Good choice. Huh? Whoa.
There you go.
This one, huh?
All done.
It looks delicious. Sure, that sounds great.
All done.
It looks delicious.
I think we've cooked up just about all we can cook up here. And now that our bond skills have increased,
Let's see.
our skill level has increased, we can revisit some of this stuff again. Oh, so here we go. This is obviously a no-brainer. Right? Definitely have to max that out as soon as possible. I don't think I have anything that's, you know, as little as 3 points. Oh, yes, I do. I sure do. Let's go ahead and focus on this one. Nothing wrong with increasing magic for all party members. And we'll save just for housekeeping and be on our merry way for the next request.
All right, it's time.
And as far as what we're hunting down, right, which are at least 10 Shiisaas, I'm pretty sure we saw a bunch of those shadows near, what was it, like the southern checkpoint? Yeah, Lab South, I want to say. We saw a bunch of those over there. And, however, one thing I just remembered, we do need to go back and get that chest that's, you know, south of the entrance. Because I believe that one was a level 2 treasure chest, and we at the time could not really open it. We can now, so
These jails certainly have an appeal.
we'll focus on that as soon as we're done with this request. And I know for a fact that there's a bunch of Shiisaa here, so I don't think we're gonna have any issues finding any here.
We got this.
Okay, why am I doing that?
I wonder what that is. Should we go
I was trying to go in for an ambush, but I really don't want to waste too much time here. So obviously this guy is weak to Sayo skills. Let's just wrap this up as soon as possible. And there's some Shiisaas. So I gotta be very careful with not doing that. Unfortunately, we've defeated all of them using Haru as our main. I'm not sure if that impacted.
You're already working on
Yeah, it absolutely impacts it, right? We need to have Yusuke active, and he needs to be the one that defeats the Shiisaa. So
time to waste. I'm picking up a shadow nearby.
kind of annoying, but hey, I mean, a request is a request, right? See if I could just jump down. Okay, I have no idea why that happened. Let's go ahead and get some Shiisaa. Yeah, see, and this is a problem when you're using someone that doesn't have like special effective attacks for these enemies. Oh gosh, he got sent all the way back.
This one.
Here's some tough love.
There you go. So we have already completed our objective. So I don't have to waste time with these guys. Thankfully, these guys are weak to a wide array of these skills. But this rooftop line is taking a while to take down. Alright, there we go. Alright, so as you can see here, we have satisfied the criteria for this request.
It's a shadow. Careful now.
We do need to go back to, south, just south of the entrance for us to get what I mentioned earlier. Yeah, so I want to say this was what? Has to be that. Although I can access it faster, it looks like if I just go in the north, lab north. So we're gonna jump in here as soon as I can ambush this guy.
Nearby shadow detected. I don't think it's noticed us yet. Should we
Okay, and then he just disappears when I try to ambush. Excellent.
Perhaps I should be taking notes.
Wait, it's over? That flew by.
Good stuff, guys. Keep it coming.
Guess there's plenty of Shiisaa here as well. Alright, so hopefully this was that same chest.
Challenge, were there?
Here's hoping the next one's just as easy.
I assume that that's the same one, right? It didn't really tell us whether we opened a level 2 or a level 1 or whatever.
What's that over there?
My, this is quite a find.
But at least according to what I remember, pretty sure we were on the ball. And with that, we'll head back to reality. And then call it a day as far as it's August 18th in the game. So we can finally move on to Kyoto.
This is the request. You're already working on this.
Very well. Yes, and then... Interesting.
So it looks like it's another one of those items, for the RV.
Let's get to work.
So at this point, we can go ahead and just continue, right? To the next city.
All right, let's go.
And it's nice that Mona asks you that every time, right? That's when you realize, oh, I need to finish this request or whatever.
I've just boarded the ferry back to the mainland. I'll lose signal soon, so this will have to be brief.
Well done. I've read reports from the local precinct. So there's now a body in play, is there? And what of the research facility?
While there, I found a list of individuals who are believed to be victims of changes of heart.
And why is that? Explain.
Of course, not only was the document tampering vice minister on there, but both of the Sapporo Central Councilmen, too.
So their hearts were changed by Madicce.
Most likely. At the very least, Madicce is benefiting from whoever has the power to change hearts. If we keep digging into the people from the list and their connections to Madicce, the mystery ought to solve itself. I'll bring everything I have to HQ once I'm ashore. I also plan to send it all to the local precinct back on the island.
Well done, Hasegawa. You've brought us that much closer to solving this case.
Thank you, Commissioner. It sure is a good thing we didn't bust the Phantom Thieves. Thanks to their help, we might actually be able to blow this case wide open.
You seem pleased.
Oh, well, it's just that...
Leave it. From now on, be ready for things to swing into high gear at a moment's notice. And keep your eyes open. At this point, there's no telling between friend and foe.
I understand.
So it sounds like she's going to be the one that, constantly reminds him that you probably should not trust the Phantom Thieves. Whereas on Zenkichi's side, right, it's a plus for him. I mean, they've been helping him out both emotionally and in other ways as well, right? Keep his family intact, especially with Akane.
I'll report when I've arrived.
Yeah, he's definitely worried about that relationship going forward. So we skipped straight to August 20th.
I wonder how Zenkichi's investigation is going.
He did say he'd contact us once he figured something out, but it's never easy to wait.
All we can do right now is put our faith in him. He's the only one who can get the job done.
Guess we ended up relying on him a lot, huh?
All of us wish to uncover the truth behind this case. In this, our goals are aligned.
That's right. And as long as we stay on the lookout for jails, we'll be doing our part. That said, we'll arrive in Fukuoka pretty soon. Sophia, do you sense anything? Nothing unusual detected. Not even what I felt in Okinawa.
So Fukuoka doesn't have a jail then?
Strange. The kata is quite populated, so I figured we would find at least one.
Yeah, if only we could fast travel in reality. That'd speed up our search.
Less jails means less trouble, though.
Good point. Maybe we should just check Fukuoka off and move on. Oh, what's wrong, Makoto?
Oh, it's nothing. Just my lower back aching a little from the drive.
I mean, of course, that's gonna happen when you're the only one driving for like countless hours on end, right?
Attention! We have an emergency! Get this woman to sickbay ASAP! Mako-chan, you're not hurt, are you? Is it because we made you do all the driving? Well, I was aiming for a straight shot to Kyushu, but I never planned on this. Warning. Driving without a license is unlawful. Daring suggestions aside, would anyone mind if I took a little break? I think we need more than just a break. We need rest. It's important to let yourself fully recover.
Precisely. Straining yourself will only lead to injury. Let us stay in Fukuoka for the night.
Then it's decided. I'll pull off the highway. Fukuoka at last! Ready to make some nostalgia happen?
Nostalgia? But this is our first time here.
So this is Hakata Station, the gateway to Fukuoka.
Huh. So like, if we're in Fukuoka, and this is the main station, shouldn't they call it Fukuoka Station?
Trivia. Interestingly enough, there is a Fukuoka station located in Toyama Prefecture to the north.
Oh, really? All the way up there? Then does that mean there's a Toyama station here in Fukuoka?
I don't think they'd switch things up on purpose. Anyway, I understand this place is Fukuoka's central activity hub. That would be wise. We should find a place to stay so Mako-chan can recover. Sorry. Thanks for understanding, though.
Don't sweat it. First we grub down, then we hit the hay. You'll be good in no time.
There you have it. Sophia, you know the drill. Based on data from previous drills, I found us an appropriate hotel in addition to a restaurant nearby.
Wow, Sophia, you work fast. Okay, everyone, it's time for some R&R.
Oh man! How have I been alive this long without Hakata Tonkotsu?
I'm awed by the soup's creamy golden hue, specked with dots of green onion and dashes of red ginger. These three colors combine to form an exquisite harmony in my bowl. I dare not take another sip, lest this masterpiece be ruined.
You got to keep in mind this guy is an artist, so
Your masterpiece is gonna get cold. Oh, I gotta say, these food stalls have their charm. Even I feel right at home here. Hey, let me have a little taste. Could you, blow on it? The feline tongue is sensitive.
So you finally admit you're a cat. Over ramen?
Here, Makoto, have some of my chashu pork. They say it'll boost your energy.
Ooh, take mine too!
Thanks. You guys are the best.
How's your lower back doing, Mako-chan? Better after a nice hot bath. That always seems to do the trick. That being said, I probably shouldn't be on the road tomorrow, if only to avoid causing an accident.
Alright, then we'll take the day off. Guess we should hit up Gramps and let him know we're staying another night.
Then let's find Makoto a massage place for tomorrow. I say the girl deserves it.
Got it. I'll locate the best venue there is.
Yeah, I gotta say though, it is kind of rough having only one driver. We gotta get a...
I believe Haru has one already.
That is true. Though I am pretty lacking in experience. But don't you worry, Mako-chan. If for any reason you're not up to it, I'll take the wheel. Well, as much as I appreciate that. Is something wrong, Makoto? You don't look so well. No, it's nothing.
Oh crap, we better dig in before the noodles get soggy. Oh, damn, I'm stuffed.
Honestly, I feel like they spend like 25% of this game, you know, from a cutscene perspective, on food. At least from what we've seen so far.
I suppose I should also throw in the towel. Not a drop of soup remains.
I can't believe you guys got 7 noodle refills. You'd think this was a ramen buffet.
Well, I see you boys had quite the meal. I should mention, customers who order over 5 sets of noodles get a free souvenir bowl.
For real? Oh, thanks for the hookup, Pops.
Oh, this should serve as good decor. Surely it will brighten up our vehicle's interior.
Nice.
Zenkichi's on the line.
Hey, where are you guys? Alright. Sounds like you're going at a decent pace then. Anyway, I'm calling to let you know I think I found our guy. I'll give you more details in person. Saves us time and energy. Sorry it's so sudden, but how soon do you think you can be at Kyoto? Nijima's down for the count, huh? Damn. Of all the rotten luck. Then what about a bullet train? Or, wait, can't you ask Okumura? Doesn't she have a license? All she'd have to do is take the Sanyodo from Fukuoka to Kyoto. Not a tough drive by any means. I hate to lay the pressure on, but we don't have much time. A lot rides on this.
I mean, this guy doesn't make a lot of demands, right? For some teenagers who have recently just now gotten their license, at least 2 of them.
Wait, so he knows who the mastermind is?
Finally, we get to bust this effing punk.
Then let's leave tomorrow morning. Being tired is no excuse to delay our mission. As true as that is, be careful not to hurt yourself, Makoto.
Hell yeah! Hey, how far's Kyoto from here?
Roughly 8 hours by highway.
Then we'll most likely make it by sundown. Bathroom breaks done, seats comfy, snacks ready for consumption!
Are you okay to drive, Mako-chan? Honestly, I'm not at 100%, but I don't want to let you guys down. I see. Then I'll drive. Mako-chan, I'm taking over. Huh?
Finally.
You know, Haru, you don't have to force yourself. Makoto is looking paler than ever now.
You don't gotta be nervous. Just take it nice and slow.
Haru?
I think I'll be just fine. In fact, I have a special technique that'll make your head spin.
Is she okay? I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
So I've never really told you guys this, but the moment Haru's hands touch the wheel, get ready to shift into overdrive.
Oh god, here we go. Not sure if a camper's supposed to be doing that, right? And of course, time seems to be moving pretty fast.
They're not here yet, huh? Guess I'm a little early. Well, maybe I'll just keep working on the... hell? Whoa, speak of the devil. Well, you guys got here quick.
I thought we were gonna die.
I think we already did. My soul's barely tethered to my body.
Ugh, gonna puke.
Okay.
My apologies, Haru, but I request you steer clear of the driver's seat from now on. I only have so many lives left.
Meowgon is unconscious. Wake him up.
Hey, Okumura, what happened?
I was just driving normally, I think.
The room finally stopped spinning.
You have a very, unique way of driving, Haru. Why, thank you, Mona-chan. She really shouldn't take it as a compliment.
Regardless, I'm glad you guys made it here in one piece.
By the way, what is this place? It seems unfit for a typical gathering of law enforcement.
You could call it my secret base, I guess. Basically, it's a place to hole up if shit ever goes south. A good friend of mine used to run it. But now, it's just an empty old bar, suitable for investigating far away from any prying eyes.
So this is like your hideout.
More like a safe room. No, a safe house.
Those newspapers, are they not from 2 years prior?
Those newspapers are irrelevant. We have other business to discuss here.
Then let's hear it, Zenkichi.
All right, let me break it down for you bit by bit. I cross-referenced every name on the list we found in Okinawa, based on our assumption that the mastermind would stand to benefit from changing hearts en masse. This is who we ended up with.
Yeah, he sure looks like a schemy bastard.
There usually is types like these, right? As far as monarchs go.
Don't I know it? To think he'd turn up now of all times. No, not in particular. Anyway, the man's name is Jun Owada. At 69 years old, he's on his 10th term as a legislator. Not only that, but he worked his way up to chief cabinet secretary of the ruling party. In short, he's not someone to mess with. They say he was a Masayoshi Shido supporter during the election last year.
Did you say Shido?
Unbelievable. I never thought I'd hear his name again.
So if you're not familiar with that name, right, that's basically, not sure if this is spoilers, but, you know, kind of sort of endgame from Persona 5.
Do you know him?
Yeah, he'd rather not remember because that was supposedly the person that kind of put Joker in jail during Persona 5. So pretty big deal for him.
Man, he totally tried to screw up your entire life. I get why you'd want to block him out.
Oh, I didn't know.
Sounds like you and Shido had quite the history. But we're not after him right now. That list contained a handful of Owada's political opponents. People he'd rather not have around. So it's clear he's behind all this. However, I highly doubt he's doing his own dirty work. He'd have a heck of a time getting his political opponents to friend him on Emma. After checking his inner circle for sympathizers, I found out he's been meeting with a certain entrepreneur. Quite often, too. Nice guess. It's the CEO of Madicce, all right. Akira Konoe.
Isn't the CEO of Madicce the guy we heard speak back in Sendai?
I came across communication records between him and the director at Okinawa, and it showed they kept in contact.
Then the pieces all fit.
Yeah. Whenever Owada wants someone out of his way, he calls on Konoe to take action.
Right, so that would mean Konoe is, or Akira is kind of like the mastermind.
The director at Okinawa was likely the one who arranged this. Now, it's too late to tell.
Hold on. If Konoe's the one changing hearts, does that make him a monarch too?
But he's the CEO of Madicce. Wouldn't he get one of his subordinates to do the job for him?
I suppose it would be natural to assume that.
Or actually, no. I mean, it's too early for them to unveil this mastermind.
But as you all know, in order to change someone's heart, you need to be their friend on Emma. Everyone Owada associates with is a big-time elite, and Konoe's the only one in their league.
Besides, he's the head of a huge company. If anything, I think he'd want to be a monarch as well. He wouldn't want to risk his heart getting changed by someone else either.
Another thing, the people on that list most likely had their hearts changed in Osaka.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Everyone on that list who went crazy had all traveled to Osaka at some point. That's also where Madicce's main office is, meaning there's a good chance we'll find a jail in Osaka, with Konoe as its monarch. Though, the only way we'll know for sure is if Sophia senses it.
I did sense a jail.
Huh?
Oh, right! We did pass through Osaka when I took a wrong turn.
Sophia, you should have spoken up!
I did speak up, but you guys were too busy to listen.
If it was when Haru was driving...
Too busy being terrified for their lives, right?
Then we were likely too busy screaming for our lives.
Hmm?
Well, that certainly makes things easier.
She's like, what now?
So it's confirmed as a jail in Osaka. Now we just need to determine whether Konoe's the monarch or not.
Wait, if you know that much already, why not cuff his ass right now?
Yeah, there's no proof. I want to read you.
Right. Now here's the issue. That list only spells out his motives and connections. It isn't solid proof that he's been changing hearts. We can't arrest him on speculation alone. The most we can do is conduct a search. And that's only with his consent. Hell, he could pack up and run if he wanted to. We don't have any legal authority over him. Another thing I noticed is how many high-ranking members of the force were on that list.
You think he's changed their hearts too? To get the police in his pocket?
Yeah, and from the look of it, not just the rank and file either.
So that's why you called us here. Because you don't know who the real enemies are.
The most I can do without being traced is some light investigation. And even then, that might be impossible.
So I wouldn't be surprised. Just want to mention that just like Persona 5, right? The person that he's, like that woman that Zenkichi is reporting to, I forget her name, even though we've seen her quite a bit of times. If she could be in that same situation as the person that, Makoto's sister reported to back in Persona 5. Because, like he's saying, if they're all just in it, behind the scenes, being in this guy's pocket, right? As well as the masterminds, who knows, then that would mean that she's kind of pulling some of the strings here too. But again, that's just some of the things we'll find out hopefully soon.
If it's the top brass we're dealing with, they might just leak the info and take action before I can lift a finger.
In other words, the police are not our allies.
What else is new?
You do realize I'm also a man in uniform? Anyway, it's obvious that going about this the regular way is out of the question. What we need is something a bit more uncanny. Something only you guys are capable of. Right. If Konoe really is a monarch, we can corner him into a confession.
That's right. We completely overlooked the fact that Konoe has a jail.
But won't we need a keyword to gain access?
Precisely why I had you rush over here. I'll be meeting Konoe at Madicce's corporate headquarters today.
Really? How'd you manage that?
By going about it like a cop. Told them we had intel about a possible security leak involving their software. We received information about a possible party attempting to hack Emma, so on and so forth.
Ooh, does somebody need a hacker?
Not even that. I only said it to score me an appointment. At the end of it, I'll suggest he add me on Emma so I can answer any further questions. And we'll have ourselves a keyword. In his mind, I'll be just another pawn for the taking. So I'm pretty sure he'll take the bait. The moment I get the keyword, if I get the keyword, I'll send it right over. That's what I've been meaning to tell you. Hope it was worth the drive.
Wait, if you're gonna hit up their office, that means you're going to Osaka, right? Let us come with.
The sooner we enter the jail, the sooner we can finish this operation.
Fair, but there's a chance I might not get the keyword. Tagging along for nothing would be a wasted effort. Besides, doesn't Nijima need a breather? In fact, you all look like you need one.
Can't really argue with that.
Bottom line is, if you guys go down, so does everything I've worked for. So I need you fighting at your best.
Got it. So our job's to wait until further contact.
What the hell? Now we gotta wait even more?
Oh, you really want to complain? Right when I'm about to tell you the big surprise I have in store for you?
What big surprise?
This is the spot Gramps got us? Am Am I losing my mind?
No way! We really get to stay here? It looks like it costs a fortune.
This is one of Kyoto's fanciest hot spring hotels. A single night averages 40,000 yen per person.
40,000 yen per person. Sounds like a big deal.
40,000 yen?
To be met with such extravagance after our harrowing journey, I am unsure how to process it.
He did say he could expense it, but is he sure about that? You said it! Time for a nice hot soak! We really owe Zenkichi a great big thing.
Okay, guys. Let's get in there.
Right behind you.
I mean, at this point, we may not know much about this Monarch, but
Just as gorgeous inside.
we do know that PubSec has a lot of cash. That's for sure.
Dang. I don't want to end up breaking something.
First time I've seen Inari cry over something other than food. What do you think, Mako-chan? Doesn't this seem like a great place to relax? It sure does. I saw a pamphlet mentioning how the hot springs here have a variety of natural health benefits as well. Then let's jump in already. Come on, come on!
I'd like to jump in this time. Hey, guide me through the water like you did in Okinawa. Why? Did I suggest something wrong?
There's a lot that's wrong. If you're gonna go at all, go with me.
Assuming it's not a mixed bathhouse, right?
Are we even
Because they do have a lot of those over there.
There was, in fact, a sign that forbids bringing cell phones inside the bathing area.
No fair. But rules are rules. I guess I'll just wait here.
There's always the bath in our room, Sophia. Once we're done, I'd be happy to take you in.
Hooray! I'd like that, Haru. Why don't you join them, Yalgana? There's a shower for pets, too.
I'm not a pet!
But I won't let that stop me.
Boom.
After we're done bathing, we can all enjoy some traditional Kyoto cuisine.
According to the website, dinner is as follows: crab, shabu shabu, heirloom vegetables, and rice soup. A veritable feast.
First he cries, then he drools. You're a real leaky guy, Inari.
Alright, so we got 10 more bond skill points, bringing us to level 33. And time is indeed moving fast. August 21st.
Hey there, sorry to bother you. I had an appointment with Mr. Konoe.
I do apologize, but Mr. Konoe is currently out on urgent business.
Urgent business?
Unfortunately, I don't have any more details. Please come back another day.
Excuse me, but I was specifically told I could meet him here at this time?
I'm sure, and I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but you'll have to come back again.
What's going on here?
You called, sir?
Ah, Commissioner, right on time. Here's a favor I'd like to ask you.
And he is?
Oh, there's that guy, right?
Why, this is Mr. Owada. I'm sure you've heard much about him.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Owada.
Pleasure's all mine, Commissioner Kaburagi. I've heard much about you myself. He tells me you do a marvelous job. Now, I hear you're after the Phantom Thieves. Apparently, they're the culprits behind the change of heart epidemic we keep hearing.
We still lack concrete proof of that, actually.
Oh, I'm sure you do. But my source just provided me some info that could turn this case on its head. Recently, these Phantom Thieves tried hacking one of the biggest virtual assistant programs this nation ever produced.
They tried hacking Emma?
That's the one. Now they're looking to steal people's information, and not for conventional reasons. First, they get all the dirt on you. Then they make you confess whatever they feel is convenient for them. That's what this epidemic is. I'll have you know I take my position very seriously. The future of our great country is at stake, and I'll be damned if I let some two-bit terrorists run around thinking they're the ones in control. They must be arrested immediately. For my own peace of mind.
And there you go. Yeah, I mean, you know, like I mentioned earlier, these people are clearly controlling the police, including PubSec, right? The sector that Kenichi's with, and you know, all this does seem to be falling into place exactly as, you know, we theorized it.
Commissioner General, what is this really about?
Not Kenichi. Did I seriously just call him Kenichi? Zenkichi.
Our legislators have decided that the Phantom Thieves can no longer run around unchecked. And we, as protectors of the law, simply wish to do what's right and assist them. There's also the matter of the next election, which I do hope to take part in. I'm sure you catch my drift.
And there you go.
You'd like some achievements under your belt.
That's being very blunt about it. But yes, as a matter of fact, I would.
So am I to understand you want the Phantom Thieves arrested and the epidemic ended without any proof?
You're also to understand that coming up with proof is part of your job.
So corruption is clearly a huge part of Persona as a series. Like, in fact, if you think about it, every game in Persona deals with this sort of corruption, where there's always, you know, people higher up that have a lot of control, and they end up, you know, taking advantage of people, as well as, you know, the general public. And this one is no different.
I've already discussed this with Mr. Konoe, the CEO of Madicce. If anyone has the right to help us in this matter, it's him.
You may not like to hear this, but it's too soon.
And one more thing I'd like to know about this Kaburagi person, right, who Zenkichi reports to. Like, in the end, is she going to be the one that goes, no, like, this is not right. I take my job seriously as well, and I'm not just going to, you know, blame everything on the Phantom Thieves without any proof. Or is she going to be like, oh, okay, like, I'm trying to maintain my position with the organization, and I'm just going to do what it takes so I can, you know, maintain my position in on the ladder, right, corporate wise, and you know, get the Phantom Thieves.
What we call a change of heart epidemic, the public calls justice. They believe the Phantom Thieves are exposing society's evils. Suddenly apprehending them would only cause backlash. We should at least investigate whether they are really blackmailing and...
So at least she's not dumb, right? She's not like a mere puppet, based on what she's saying.
Charged with murder. A body was found in Okinawa at a research center for artificial intelligence. The victim was leading Emma's development. Once the Phantom Thieves discovered how to penetrate the system, they murdered the poor man.
Now, do you understand? Our country is in the midst of a burgeoning crisis.
Huh. There's something in it for you, too. How'd you like to call yourself Senior Commissioner?
There you go.
I'm sorry?
You'll be on top of the entire force. I'm sure you won't be found wanting.
The offer's on the table because we know you'd be right for the job.
Then I'll make it happen. If you two are giving the orders, then there's nothing more to question.
And obviously, she's not as, you know, smart as an intellect as we thought, but, you know, she does have to maintain her position in the game, so.
I knew you'd make the wiser choice.
The rumors were true. You really do show discretion. Perhaps you could reach Commissioner General someday. And on your merit at that. I'm sure you'd do just fine.
Thank you for the vote of confidence. If that is all, please let me assure you, the task is in capable hands.
I mean, she still seems kind of iffy on that, though, right? She doesn't seem very confident in making that decision.
In the end, we're nothing but obedient dogs, barking only at those we've been ordered.
Pretty sad.
Oh yeah. This place is definitely
The water is indeed divine. We must absorb all the healing energy we can.
You know, I hope Gramps is alright.
The man is more dependable than he seems. I'm willing to take him at his word.
We may not be waiting long. Once he gets Konoe's keyword, we spring into action. Be ready at a moment's notice. Ah, that's the spirit. I knew I could count on you. Wow, it's so huge!
Here we go. They always got to have these scenes, right?
Could this be a mixed bath? Maybe that's why it's so empty.
There you go. This is what I was waiting for when, when something like this initially happened early in the game.
It switches every so often. After 8 o'clock, it's women only. The doors on the men's side should have automatically closed.
Clearly not.
Then I guess it's all ours. Sweet! I'm gonna boil myself like an egg!
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
This is a classic. Like, if you're used to watching anime or, honestly, a lot of JRPGs, you're going to find a lot of stuff like this. It's very typical.
Where the hell are they here?
We must have entered right when the time allotment switched.
Where? Oh wait, that's even worse.
Calm down, boneheads. Our honor is at stake here. As noble thieves, as gentlemen, we need to vanish without a trace. Failing means certain death. Joker, let's begin the operation. The water feels so good.
I could stay here forever. I think I'm gonna melt. What was that just now?
Is somebody here?
And there you go.
Were you peeping?
Explain yourselves this instant.
Yeah, you pervs! Double, no, quadruple pervs!
Wait, it ain't what you think. See, the bath time changed right after we got in.
Clearly, this is all just a misunderstanding.
Oh, believe us, Lady On! We were locked in at the very last moment!
Right?
No excuses!
Oh, gosh.
Fist of justice!
Yep. We're in heaven, all right.
I mean, they could have continued bathing, right? No need to leave.
Well, that was a fine waste of time. Now what am I going to tell him? I know I had an appointment. What kind of jerk ducks out on the police?
We have some breaking news.
Huh?
The Phantom Thieves are murderers.
Earlier, Akira Konoe, better known as the CEO of Madicce, held an emergency press conference, during which he announced that Emma, his company's latest virtual assistant, will cease service for the time being.
What?
First, let me start by addressing our users and apologizing for any inconveniences that may affect you. Emma's servers were indeed hacked. That much has been confirmed. Even more regrettable is the fact that some of your personal data was leaked in the attack. For that, I'm deeply sorry. As a company, we understand how valuable your privacy is and have taken appropriate measures to remedy this breach. That's why our company is suspending all instances of Emma until further notice. As for who was behind this horrendous attack, it was the Phantom Thieves. The very same terrorists causing all sorts of mayhem as of late.
What?
So, a lot of similarities between this game and Persona 5. If you recall, right? There was another terrorist organization that also started with the M, which Futaba was actually the founder of, right? And the same thing happened then as well, where, they believed that it was the work of Phantom Thieves and yada yada yada.
In addition to their heinous crimes, they've even murdered one of our very own, all to steal his research. From there, they had everything they needed to break through Emma's defenses.
Murdered? That's bullshit.
It seems we're the latest victim in what appears to be a string of related incidents. There are several other cases in which these criminals stole information and used it to harass their victims. If the Phantom Thieves are listening, I have a word for you, cold-blooded killers. We will never succumb to your threats. Not me, not my company, not Emma. You claim to want justice, yet you steal precious data and leave our finest for dead. I can't wait to see the day you're punished.
And that sums up the press conference. The police have been notified regarding this case and are looking to arrest the Phantom Thieves as soon as possible.
Medjed, that was the name. I just realized. Medjed was equivalent to like Mattis in Persona 5. When you look at it from a, parallel perspective, that's the equivalent in this game.
Now you're done it, Phantom Thieves. You goofed up big.
They really went and bumped a guy off?
Damn it! Just had to go and ruin Emma too.
What the hell is going on? Oh, shit. Damn it. Why is no one picking up? Son of a...
Oh shoot, hopefully none of them are being held captive. Oh, okay. So they're gonna move in on him this quickly, thanks to Kaburagi. Yep, there she is.
Ma'am, entry secure.
Good work.
Commissioner?
You're late.
Maybe. But this case isn't solved yet.
Oh, she knows.
Commissioner, I thought I told you at Okinawa. The Phantom Thieves have absolutely nothing to do with the change of heart epidemic. So how can something like this happen?
It's as Mr. Konoe stated. The Phantom Thieves are under suspicion for hacking into Emma and murdering the director of Madicce's research center.
And you're going to take him at his word? Where's the proof of any of this? Be honest. Do you think they'd ever sink so low as to murder? That director had died before they even...
You seem awfully concerned about a group of criminals, Inspector Hasegawa. Have you forgotten they've been our leading suspects from the start? Put your feelings aside and focus. We cannot let these crimes go unpunished. What's more, I'm under direct orders from the Commissioner General. Disobedience is not an option.
The Commissioner General? What does he have to do with any of this? Don't you sense something wrong here? There has to be more to it.
Like when your wife died? I thought I told you back.
Oh, that's messed up.
This organization is as rotten as it is immense. One cannot simply bend it to their will. Now, if you want to follow justice, learn to exercise restraint. Besides,
She had to pull the wife card.
that to stop any atrocity, you'd endure any hardship. So endure for now. Your time will come.
But they're not even...
Once I am at the top, I will bring the corrupt to their knees. Let my justice be your justice.
They're not even criminals. They're kids.
I've already made myself clear.
Commissioner?
You're saying that the world isn't neatly divided into good and evil. But that won't stop us from fighting.
If someone is suffering, it's only right to provide aid when possible.
I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like even if the police do, make it inside this, the hot spring suite place, right? I feel like they've probably already found out by now, and the Phantom Thieves are like in hiding. There's no way it can be as simple as, oh, okay, like the police are outside looking for you, and now all of a sudden they're gonna be in jail,
Seems like he's fitting in better too. What do you say? Feel like you're a Phantom Thief now?
Yeah, I think Zenkichi is a pretty good guy.
Let me handle this.
My daughter.
Why, Dad? Why don't you even listen to me? You know who the real bad guy is. Aren't the police supposed to do what's right?
Akane.
It's time. Everyone ready? All units, move out.
Hold it!
There you go.
Run. Run for it, all of you!
No, he didn't.
Idiot. You're under arrest. Interfering with an officer is punishable by law.
I just don't know what to say.
The Phantom Thieves are next. Don't let them escape.
So that proves it right there, right? And it looks like we're at the end of today's episode. But just some closing thoughts before we continue. I mean, this is a lot of action here this episode, and it wasn't even fighting, right? A lot of story being unfolded here. Initially, I had my misconceptions about Zenkichi when the story started. I feel like just because of the fact that he was working alongside Kaburagi, behind the scenes, I felt like he was going to double cross him at the end, right? Just showing a blind eye to what really is the truth. But of course, us getting to know Zenkichi, as the story unfolded, and of course Akane as well. We know that family is important for him, and I think in this case, justice is most important to him. In addition to his, decent relationship that he's developed with the Phantom Thieves. So all of this, was writing on it, and of course, that's why he acted the way he did. So I think he's a character that should be respected at this point. No longer would I even think about pointing any fingers, to Zenkichi. Now, as for what happens next, that'll be very interesting as the story goes on. But my theory is, I think by the time they make it in there, the Phantom Thieves will likely already have hidden themselves, because it just straight up cannot be that easy for them to be captured, like just super quick like that in an instant. But of course, the story is moving very fast, so I have a feeling that next, the next stream is going to be even more interesting. So that being said, thank you for tuning in today for our live stream, and as always, we'll see you next time.